Hi, it's Lily Amanda. In this tutorial, I'm going to share with you how to create lead magnet in Adobe Express. I was a Canva user and I switched to Adobe Express because I'm already subscribed to Photoshop, that's Adobe Creative Cloud, and it came with the subscription. And I used it for a while and I feel, wow, this is just like Canva, but a little bit more powerful. So that's why I just switched it and cancel Canva. And in this tutorial, I'm going to share with you how you can create your lead magnet using Adobe Express. So let's just jump in. Right now, I'm recording this tutorial. It's in the middle of the night, so you might find me a little bit quiet because everyone is asleep. So I'm trying to be quiet while recording this tutorial. And you can just turn the volume up if you wish. Okay, so before I start to create the lead magnet, what I usually do is I prepare two things, the photo, the graphic, and also the text. So I have all these prepared here. I am a portrait photographer, so I'm creating a lead magnet about a dramatic lighting cheat sheet, and these are all the writings I have here. I have created this lead magnet. I can show you how it looks like. So my stuff. Okay. So this is how it looks like, my lead magnet. There are several pages, and each page is explanation of each photo's lighting. Okay. So these are each page. I make it very simple, so I don't have to spend a lot of time. The major importance is like the information is important and it's not too clutter. Something's very clear, simple, straightforward, and that's what I do. And you can see the last page. I kept this. This is the original template I found on Adobe Stock, their templates. These are the two blocks I use. And you see there are a lot I change, but this is the basics. So I'm going to take you into a new document. I start from scratch for you. I go back to the main page now. So the first thing I usually do is search for a template because it's much easier to start with template instead of start from scratch. If you're a designer or you have a lot of design experience, you can do that from scratch. You can actually just create from scratch from here. Just change a size or where actually you want to design for Instagram post or anything. Like I actually use flyer size. Here you can scroll down. This is suggested size. I usually, when I design for a lead magnet, I use a flyer size, or you can use anything you like. Okay, you can also use a square one if you wish, but I use a flyer. And at the moment, I'm not going to do it from scratch. I'm going to find template. So what I do is here, I would just go for infographic. Okay, that's what I did. That's how I found out. So I was just scrolling because the infographic is more similar style for me to create the lead magnet I want. I want the photo and I want description on the side. So these are all the choices and these are all the templates, and you can have a look and play with them. But then I will find like something with text and also photo. These are something I'm looking for. So I just scroll until I find one that's really catch my eyes, which is the one I just showed you before, like this one. So I'm going to do this again. And then I'm going to change the size to flyer size. That's just my preference. You can do any size you like. So I'm just going to resize it. Okay, right, so it just expand the canvas here. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to just add a new page here. Okay, so the same size. And then I'm coming here just to copy and paste. This is the bottom two I'm going to use. And I'm just going to paste here. Yeah, just Command C and Command V for the copy and paste. So I'm just going to drag it like this size. It's very easy to use, very intuitive, like it's almost like a mobile device you can use. So I'm just using my mouse to drag this, just the size. You can drag it like that. what I did was I just used my mouse to select both of them, okay, and then copy and paste to the page I just edited. And then I'm going to drag my photos over here. So these are the photo I'm going to use for this lead magnet. So first one, let me just make an example. I'm just going to drag it. Let me just make it a bit smaller. Okay, so I'm just going to drag it over here, and you will just replace it. Very easy and simple. And so with this lighting, it also goes with this diagram. So I'm going to just copy and paste here, and not copy and paste, just drag it over here on top, and you will just grab that image. It's just super easy to use. I think it's, for this part, I think it's better than Canva. And because with Canva, you have to upload the image first and drag it to that area. Maybe they changed. That was when I was using, that was the experience. And the next thing is the text. Okay, so the text is for Nicole. I'm just going to copy here. And paste it. And these I don't need. This one I will just say, okay, lighting. It looks huge, right? So I'm going to drag it like that. You will just size it down for me like that, just that easy. And this one I'm going to drag it up to fit in the box. If it doesn't, you can always drag it. Okay, this is just very intuitive, easy to use. Okay, and if the box is too small, you can also click on it and stretch it. Okay, the same with this picture. You can drag it any way you like. All right, this one also, you can just drag it to the size you want. Okay, and the next one is I'm going to paste this, and this one I'm going to say this one is EXIF. This is just information from the camera. And again, I'm going to drag it. Okay, and this, I just double click and it select all, and I just paste what I just copied. And I think I want it to be in the middle, and you can see these guidelines are super easy to use. You will come out with like, this is about the center, or this is, you see the guideline going over there, and you can choose which one you want to align to. For example, if I want to align this, and you can see this line is aligned to EXIF text. Okay, and that's where I want. And you can also decide if this is a center line across the photo to align with the photo center line. So I can go something like this. Okay, that's just a very super easy guideline to make everything look neat, and that's what I like. Very easy to use. So I have designed this page, and let's say that's ready, just one page. Okay, so I don't go on to edit more. And the front page, if you see the one I just showed you before, hang on, my stuff. Okay, I have to come back here to show you my stuff. Here is this page, collage. This is my design as well. Like this is something I also pick a template and then design photo like this. And if you want to design something like this, you just have to find in the template, let me show you how to do this. Okay, if you want to do a photo collage, you go to search and type photo collage. Okay, collage. That's it. And so you see here, templates, photos, videos, and backgrounds. And I chose templates because photo means you want a collage photo, and template means that those boxes of the photos it showed you, you can actually just drag your own photo over there, and you don't have to resize it to exactly the same size of the photo. Okay, if it's in photos, you'll see like these are fixed. You cannot just easily drag a photo over, but if it's templates, you can. Okay, so any templates that you like, just use it. And template means like all the text, all the images, photos, or graphic, you can change it just by finding all the elements you like here. Let me just go back to photo collage. Okay, and it's something like, let's just try anyone. Okay, because the one I chose is pretty simple and straightforward. It suits my style. I will not consider the color or the text because these are things that I can change. But the style of the collage, that is something I really look for. Okay, I found it. This is, I just typed a photo collage black and white, so it came up, this one. That's the one I used, and I changed quite a bit, right? I'm going to show you how you can change the template to the way you like. Okay, so I have 7 photos, and here are too many. So what I do is I would delete this one and just drag it to make it longer. And maybe I'm just gonna move it up, and then there's another one. Okay, so here is something blocking me because this is like a filter thing. Okay, it go over to darken everything. Okay, so this one is over here. You can see there are layers here. So these are layers here, and let me just move myself here. Okay, so here are the layers here, one stack on top of the other. Okay, so it's like stacking. If something at the bottom and something over it, it will cover it. So think about that. And this layer, it happened to be around here. I think that this is the layer. So it's stacked on top of all these images. Okay, and I'm not going to use this one, this layer. So I will just press delete to delete it. So I can come back to here and drag this photo. So if you, okay, let me just drag it here, and then you will see how I do it. And let me just delete this one as well, move it up. Okay, I'll just do it quickly for you. This one, I'm going to move them, and I'm going to move them on, move this on top. Okay, I might sound a bit quiet because people are sleeping, I'm afraid to wake my partner up. And and I'm just going to do that. You can see how I drag it. I just select it and drag it. So perhaps this one I want it to be longer. Okay, you can always drag. What I like about this is not strict to ratio. You can always drag this side or drag the bottom. And I do find in Canva this is a bit restricted. I find when I was resizing the box for the photos, sometimes it locked to a certain ratio and I cannot do what I want to do. And so I think Adobe Express does a good job. So I am going to just delete one of them and just drag it like this, perhaps make it smaller, and then move it to here. So this is just roughly how it would look like. I think I'm going to move this one and make this one because I have a horizontal photo. That's why I know I want one photo with a horizontal format. Okay, so that's roughly about it. So these are the photos I have. So I'm going to drag them and just randomly. Actually, I have a lot of thought put in them, but I'm just showing you so we can move on quickly. I just drag it randomly so I can show you quickly. Otherwise, you'll be sleeping. Okay, so I can see this photo has changed its color and tone. So there must be some settings in the image. So if I click here, is this highlighted, and you can find out this is also highlighted here. That means that there is a preset, there's a template adjustment to it. So I'm just going to click it and just put it reset all, because I don't want the effect to make my photo look differently. I want to show the way it is. So I'm come back to here, and I drag another photo, maybe this one. So I can see also this is much darker. So I'm going to click here again, adjustment, reset all. Cannot reset. Okay, and also I reset it, but it still doesn't look the same. That means there's more setting to it, and I find this opacity. There you are. That's the original photo. And the next one, I can just drag it this way, maybe. Okay, and then this is the whole horizontal photo. Sometimes I do look at the photo like when it's cropped and not the nice way, and you can just double click on the image and drag the way you want. Okay, it's very intuitive, easy, super easy to use. So maybe I will size it down, I will just change the size like this and move him a little bit here. Okay, that's my partner. And the next one is this photo. I'm going to drag it over here. So do it again because I didn't drag it to the box. That's why. So I'll just make sure I'm dragging to the box this time. Okay. So these are the photos. Okay. So I'm not going to add more because I've showed you like mainly everything, how you can customize the preset. And here, like the text, you can also customize as well. Then I don't use this recommended text, but you can. For example, you can, there are so many functions to use. You can go through different tutorials, or they have helps. Let me see. Here, you can see this question mark. You can get help, and or you find some resource about how to do certain task. Okay, that's all. That's in the main dashboard, main page here. And here with the text, you can, I do a lot add shadow. I'll add this classic one, and I can decide what is the shadow color. I can change it to any color I want. You know, this is super fun. You can change it to different type of shadow. And there are so many things you can do. Infinite choice of things you can do. Like I would actually maybe, you can also like the text layout. I think this new thing is pretty fun. You can do something like that, something like this, something like this. This is just infinite choice you can do. It's really good stuff. And shape. Okay, this one. I like to use this one because it looks so good. You can also click again, and then you can change the shape fill. Okay, I can change to perhaps red, any color you want. Okay, and here, these are the swatches, but you can also custom, give a HEX number, okay, or you can just drag it any way you want to change the color. It's super fun. And also you can use this eyedropper. For example, I want to perhaps use this green color. You see, that's super easy and fun. And this is something I think Adobe Express has and Canva doesn't have. Maybe Canva has. You can correct me if I'm wrong, but I just find this eyedropper is super easy to use. Okay, so let me just close it. So this is how you can customize the template. And then this is how I'm going to download this. I don't have to download this actually, because let me show you how you can do this one. So I'm coming back to my stuff. Okay, and then this was the file we used before, right? And I go to my stuff, your stuff, and this is the first one. That's what I just designed, and I click on it, and here I can just add as pages. Super easy. So it's here, and I can drag it to the front if I want. Okay, and I can just drag it to rearrange it. Okay, and I want to just download this tool, and I can deselect this one, just any page you want. So I'm going to download this, and you can choose any format here, and then I'm going to choose PDF file, and you can choose download as individual PDF file, or just I'm going to download them together, so just click download, and save it wherever you want, and you're done. That's just that easy. Usually I would do the cover photo at the same size as the PDF one. You can rename it, example, and save. Okay, so I have it saved. And usually what my cover photo would be actually the same size as the whole PDF file, but here I just make an example for you so you know what to do. So let me show you how it looks like after download it. So this is just the PDF I downloaded, and then you will see that's how it looks like. This is the first page, this is the second page. Okay, just because they're different sizes, so you come out like this. If you don't have an Adobe Express account, you don't have any account with Adobe, I will highly recommend to sign up because this is free. Let me share it with you. Okay, so you can come to this link, come to this page, that's the Adobe Express main page, and you scroll down, you'll see their plan. And they have a free plan, which is very good. You can try it out if you want, and then if you want to upgrade, you can, and I think it's totally worth it. And especially if you already have one of Adobe's products, you're already a premium subscriber, then this is absolutely free for you. And yeah, do check it out. And if you don't have an account, if I find there's any discount link, I will leave in the description below so you can get a discount. If not, please use my links as well, because it can help me potentially to eventually do these full-time tutorials and helping people to learn all the apps you need as a solopreneur. And I can move into the mountain and do this full-time, and that would be great. Okay, this is the tutorial today. If you find it helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. And I will see you in the next tutorial.